Let's talk about phones. Every year there's a new one, promising better cameras, brighter screens, and longer battery life. But sometimes, a phone is more than just an upgrade, it's a statement. That's what we're seeing with Huawei's latest device. Despite facing heavy restrictions, Huawei is back with something that's making the tech world pay attention. This isn't just about calling your mum or scrolling through cat photos. It's about ambition, engineering under pressure, and a fierce technological race. Imagine a team forced to build their own engine from scratch. Everyone expected them to lag, but suddenly they're back in the race. That's the buzz around Huawei right now, thanks to what's inside their newest phone. The story of this phone is genuinely fascinating. A giant company pushed into a corner, fighting back with ingenuity. Denied access to the best parts, they decided to make their own. The result? A device sending shockwaves from Shenzhen to Silicon Valley. Forget the idea of a two-horse smartphone race. A third contender is back, with technology many thought impossible just a few years ago. Let's dive into the Huawei Mate 80 and see what makes it so special. Meet the Huawei Mate 80. On the surface, it's a stunning flagship. Big screen, premium feel, and cameras that live up to Huawei's reputation. But looks can be deceiving. The real story is what's inside. Powering this phone is the Kirin 9030 chip, a name you'll want to remember. For most people, the chip is a mystery, but it's the heart of the phone, running billions of tiny switches at lightning speed. For years, Huawei bought chips from the world's best manufacturers, just like Apple and Samsung. Then, trade restrictions cut them off. So, Huawei went back to the drawing board and built their own. The Kirin 9030 is the result of years of research, billions in investment, and a surge of national pride. This chip isn't just a component, it's a symbol of defiance and innovation. Huawei is showing the world they're not just surviving, they're pushing boundaries. The Mate 80 isn't just a great phone for what it does, but for what it represents. It's a comeback story written in silicon. This device is proof that Huawei is back in the game, and they're playing by their own rules. The Mate 80 is more than a phone. It's a statement of intent. Let's see what makes this chip so important. Let's take a closer look at the Kirin 9030 chip. Think of it as the engine of your phone. The smaller and more efficient the parts, the better the performance. The Kirin 9030 is a system on a chip, packing the CPU, GPU, modem, and more onto a piece of silicon the size of your thumbnail. This chip marks a huge leap for China's domestic chip-making abilities. For years, the most advanced chips came from Taiwan and South Korea, with China trailing behind. Now, the gap is closing faster than anyone expected. The Kirin 9030 is designed to compete with the best from Apple and Qualcomm. It may not win every benchmark, but it's a powerful all-rounder, fast, smart, and efficient. Huawei isn't just catching up, they're aiming for the top. So, who builds this chip? Not Huawei, but SMIC, China's top chip foundry. SMIC takes Huawei's design and turns it into reality, using their most advanced process, N+3. Making chips is incredibly complex, requiring ultra-clean factories and cutting-edge machinery. The N+3 process is a big step up from last year's tech, letting SMIC pack more transistors into the same space. But there's a catch. SMIC can't buy the world's best chip-making machines due to export bans. Instead, they use older equipment and ingenious techniques to push the limits. It's like painting a masterpiece with a regular brush instead of a fine-tipped one. Harder, slower, but still impressive. The fact that SMIC is pulling this off at all is a testament to their determination. The Kirin 9030 is proof that China's chip industry is advancing, even under pressure. It's a remarkable achievement in the face of global restrictions. Let's see how it stacks up against the competition. The big question: how does the Kirin 9030 compare to the best from TSMC and Samsung? TSMC and Samsung are the gold standard, making chips for Apple and top Android phones. SMIC's N+3 process is still a step behind the 5nm tech used by the leaders. In car terms, TSMC and Samsung have the latest F1 engines. SMIC has a very good V10. The Chinese chip might be a bit larger, or use more power, meaning slightly more heat or less battery life. These are small differences, but in the flagship race, every bit counts. Still, the gap is closing. What was once a 5-year lag is now just a generation or two. And SMIC did this without access to the best tools. It's a huge engineering feat. Huawei and SMIC have proven they can make a near flagship chip entirely in China. It's not the world's best yet, but it's close, and that's a game changer. Why does China care so much about making its own chips? In today's world, chips are as vital as oil. They power everything from phones to cars to military tech. For decades, the world relied on a global supply chain, but rising tensions, especially between the US and China, changed everything. The US imposed strict export controls to keep advanced chips and equipment out of China's hands, targeting companies like Huawei. This exposed a huge vulnerability. China's tech future depended on foreign suppliers. That's why making their own chips became a national mission. It's not just about selling more phones, it's about securing China's technological and economic future. The Kirin 9030 and SMIC's N+3 process are milestones on the road to self-reliance. For China, this is about standing on their own 2 feet. It's a race for technological sovereignty. How do we know what's inside the Mate 80? Thanks to Tech Insights, a Canadian firm that tears down gadgets and analyzes every component. Their December 2025 report confirmed the Kirin 9030 chip and SMIC's N+3 process. These reports are crucial. They cut through marketing and reveal the real tech story. But this detective work has consequences. In October 2025, China put Tech Insights on its unreliable entity list, making it harder for them to do business in China. It's a sign of how sensitive and high-stakes the chip race has become. The battle isn't just technical or economic, it's also about information and control. Tech analysis is now part of the global tech rivalry. The pressure on China's tech ambitions is immense. So, is Huawei back? The Mate 80, powered by the Kirin 9030, is their biggest comeback yet. For years, Huawei's flagships lagged without top-tier chips, but this phone changes everything. In China, it's a massive win, national pride, and a true rival to the iPhone. The Mate 80 will likely dominate the Chinese market. Globally though, Huawei still faces a big hurdle. No Google services. Despite building their own Harmony OS and app gallery, many users outside China miss Google's apps. So, Huawei's comeback is a tale of 2 markets, triumphant at home, challenging abroad. The hardware problem is solved. Now, the software challenge remains. Huawei's journey isn't over, but they've proven they can compete at the highest level. The next chapter will be about winning over the world. The Huawei Mate 80 and its Kirin 9030 chip mark a turning point. China now has the capability to produce near cutting-edge chips, even under heavy restrictions. This shakes up the global smartphone industry. Apple and Samsung have a serious new rival, especially in China. The race for the smartphone crown just got a lot more interesting. For China, it's a victory for technological self-reliance and a sign their investments are paying off. The gap with the world's best is shrinking fast. We're witnessing the rise of a third semiconductor superpower. For consumers, more competition means better products and prices. The Mate 80's story is one of resilience and relentless progress. The next lap in the tech race is about to begin, and it's going to be brilliant.